Good evening, folks. Happy Friday. Hope you've had a great week and welcome to another episode of Something More Than Gibberish. Today, our featured guest is Ty Black, based in Atlanta, Georgia. Um, Amazing poet, very active on the Galaxy of Poets, where he hosts the lives there. Writes a lot about and speaks a lot on social issues. Um, really looking forward to hosting Ty and hearing some of the power of his word and the power of his pen. And my co-host has just entered the room. Let's bring her up, and so is Ty Black, so we can get this show on the road.
No.
Okay. And let's bring up Ty. He's in the room. Let's bring him up. How are you, Jim?
I'm doing okay. I I've had the plight of every
Lost the audio. Hey, Ty. How are you?
Peace, what's going on? How you doing? Mischief, how you doing?
You hit the nail right on the head. She is mischief, definitely.
Wow, I thought I was the only one.
Did
what?
you see that anger in the face there, Ty? Did you see the anger?
It's it's a
Hi Black.
it's a facial inflection.
Hi Black. Don't don't make that man get you in trouble. Don't don't do that.
Trouble is my middle
I
name.
know.
Firstly, thank you, Ty, for agreeing to come on the show.
I, I appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
It is a pleasure, and I have heard some of your work, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know more of you and your journey. Um, So yeah, and also I've seen bits and pieces of when you're hosting on the Galaxy of Poets and all that. So really keen to know the Thai Black journey, I guess.
Oh, okay. First off, again, thank you so very much for this platform and inviting me in. And when it comes to my journey started with IG probably about 3 to 4 years ago. And, meeting this one right here and,
And your life had
just
never been better since then. Life had never been better.
needless to say, we on screen, we do have our moments. However, that Gemini Fox poetry is definitely one of my poetry sisters. And trust and believe, if I could ever make it to the Panhandle, I'll definitely be in the building. But in regards to my journey, uh, poetry literally saved my life. And
Mm.
I know we say it so many times, but what better outlet do you have when you have a pen in hand?
Mm.
What better
Mm.
outlet? And a lot of people tell me, when I tell them I'm a poet, they're like, "Well, I can't do what you do." I was like, "Well, you're doing it now if you're holding a conversation.
Mm.
You're holding a conversation, no matter whether it rhymes or not, whether it has a steam plan or not. You are creating poetry with your voice." That part.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
And the beauty of it is in in helping us and heal ourselves. Our words can help heal others. The reach is great, right? So that's the amazing thing. It's a gift that keeps on giving.
That sounds like something else, but we're gonna go with that.
Lord have mercy, Ty. Try to behave yourself. See? See what happens?
You
I,
invited me. You knew what was going to happen when you invited me. That part.
I invited Ty Black, I didn't think I invited trouble, but I guess they're one and the same. So who am I kidding?
See, poet, that part,
So, Mr.
poetry.
Ty Black, so I shall ask a question. We know about your IG journey, but I know Tyrone Blackwell changed from Tyrone Blackwell to Ty Black, and it wasn't just for IG. So, when did you start writing poetry outside of Instagram?
Okay, so I've been writing poetry since the 90s, and we're not talking about 1999. We're talking more of 1992. I've been writing poetry for quite some time, and don't let the filter fool you. My age speaks wonders. But I've been writing poetry for a while. I started performing poetry probably early 2000s. I got on my first stage. It was a bad experience. I stopped performing, but I didn't stop writing. And I started back on IG because of COVID. And I was like, hey, it's a great idea. Let me go ahead and start up poetry. I don't got nothing else to do. And as you can see now, 4 years later, and I think how many followers? 1,619 last time I checked. Yeah, I'm doing great. And, my pen forever keeps going.
Yes, sir. And like, I like your poetry because, like, basically, your your poems and your platform is indicative of your last name, Blackwell. So you are 100% black all day, every day, and you promote black wellness. So
Well,
you, along with the Galaxy of Poets, it's always something, either how I call it. Oh, what's that word I'm looking for?
as she massages her scalp.
Because my brain is like almost hurting now. Um, Something uplifting, but even when you deliver truth about the pain of the Black experience, there's always uplifting. You guys do wellness checkups. How many times a week now?
Okay, so our mental health check-ins we do Monday through Friday, 3 times a day at 9:30 a.m., 1 p.m., and 9 p.m. all Eastern Standard Times. This week we actually started affirmations beforehand, which is just a guided affirmation meditation that happens 15 minutes beforehand. And of course, we also implemented at least one check in one time during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah, the Galaxy has been doing a lot. We also are doing in person shows. We're also implementing mental health wellness outside of social media, as well as poetry events here and outside the United States of America. That part.
And the beautiful thing to know about the mental health check-in, it's not just for Black people. So
No,
you're having a really bad day, and you see this man or the Galaxy of Poets pop up. It's a mental health check-in for everyone.
So
Okay.
let me unpack this. So this is on Instagram Live. Even the meditations and the mantras is on Instagram Live under the Galaxy of Poets.
yes.
Right. Well, folks, to those in the room and those also listening or who will watch the recordings later, that really shows the selflessness and the authenticity of this man on being featured here today, Mr. Ty Black, as well as the Galaxy of Poets, right? Because in this day where we have got high levels of teenage depression, teenage suicides, and globally, even in the country where I live in,
Right.
that's a great thing, right? Sometimes you may be that one last stop that'll keep somebody alive, right?
Correct.
So highly commendable to you as well as the founders of the Galaxy of Poet Ty. That's fantastic, man. That is amazing. Of course, a lot of your evening check-ins and all are during my workday, but when I can, I will definitely jump in there just to just support that platform. Yeah, I
Most
totally
definitely.
totally respect what you guys do.
If I can just, just to interject just a little bit, in regards to the Galaxy of Poets, we are not mental health professionals. We do not provide professional mental health advice or give any type of solutions in a professional platform. However, we are a means of support. We are a safe space just in case you need something to get off your chest, something to talk to, something to get off your day. And I usually do mines at 9 o'clock p.m. The poet has spoken usually does his at 9:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. And we do it 3 times a day, 5 days out the week. So if you're not able to reach us then, we still keep ourselves available. You can reach us via DM here. You can also reach us at email at the Galaxy of Poets at gmail.com.
Yeah.
And uh, that's a good disclaimer. Yes, that you're not professionals, but sometimes I think having a a real person, a human who's been through it, who can understand, or somebody to just listen to, sometimes is all it takes. Right?
Correct.
Sometimes it can play a pair of somebody's ears to listen to as we unpack our grief or our troubles. That's sometimes a big help.
And I think during COVID, that
Mm,
really put mental health into perspective because you were alone with your thoughts.
mm,
Yeah.
And we thrive on connection. We thrive on somebody being able to listen to our problems
mm,
and not having to face them alone. And
mm,
we here at the Galaxy of Poets, we picked up the slogan in 2024, you are not
mm,
alone. You
mm,
are never alone. If you're
mm.
not able to catch the Galaxy of Poets, by all means, hit the National Crisis Hotline, pound 99988, and it's just been a great journey. I mean, you have to really see the videos, the reels, the playbacks, all on social media of how people tell us how we touch their lives, or we make their day, we improve the status of their day.
Mm, mm, mm,
It's beautiful.
mm. The live events, you mentioned live events. That's a big part of your presence, isn't it? You perform around the country, or mainly in their local area, or do you travel a lot with live performances?
Okay, so for me personally, or poetically speaking, poetically professionally, I have yet to go past the west of the Mississippi. So I've always been on the east coast of North America for as long as I can remember. As far as poetry goes, that still stands the same. However, that's about to change. I have a feeling, it's in my gut. Somebody's gonna say, "Hey Ty, how would you feel about going across the ocean? How about performing in England, or performing in London, or performing in Europe, or even greater, just performing in Africa? I've never been."
Oh,
That'll be
that would be
awesome.
wonderful.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah. So, these are future aspirations, but you can always remain positive. You can always remain, hopeful, and just keep working at what you have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep believing. True. And the doors will get open.
Yep. Sometime there was a saying I was watching while I was scrolling during my workday, during my downtime. Let me go ahead and say that professionally. During my downtime, the door's not always locked. Sometimes you just have to push.
Yep. True.
And
Very true.
you can't push without turning the handle, because
And if you can't push, kick it down. No, that's just me saying that. That's
no,
just
if you
it.
if you try to turn the handle, it doesn't open, kick it down. But before you push, turn the handle, and then if that doesn't work, then you kick it down.
It's not my door.
Oh
It's
no,
not
now
my
there's
door.
wait,
Why should
now
I
there's
be worried about the condition of this door? Yes, you will get all 15 inches of my foot. Boom, out.
I forgot you were a gangly giant.
We're not going to have that discussion here.
What?
We're really not. We're
What?
really not.
The fact that
See,
you
this
can
is the
see above the
tomfoolery
trees?
that happens. See, brother, you don't understand what you have gotten yourself into. We have had conversations. We have stopped a whole live event just to have tomfoolery and shenanigans with just one, two, and another one. And it lasted about 3 hours, just straight shenanigans.
No, I was just defending myself. Oh, that
I
was
don't know
an
how you do it. I
accusation.
know how I do it. I sing a little song, she gets quiet, and that's it.
Ty, Ty,
Emphasize the little part. But yeah, that part.
Ty. It ain't but a hop, skip, and a jump to get up to Georgia. Don't make me. Ty, let me go ahead and ask you, what was your first
Short,
poem?
short.
I'm enjoying this, Ty, because normally, and trust me, I know the angry side of this young lady here, so I'm really enjoying this for a change. It's not me copying the shit. I'm glad I'm just going to sit back and be entertained. I've been trying to say to the audience about it's me being victimized all the time, and now here's proof in the pudding. I've got a brother in arms. I'm loving this.
A brother in arms, eh? Is that so, Mr. Black?
See, see, see. Wait, hold on. How you throwing me in the mix? I had nothing to do with this. I started the short jokes, and we were about to go into poetry. He said that he had, we have a trauma bond now, and we have that connection, which is you, that part. So I have nothing to do with.
We've got short jokes, we got little people jokes, we got all these kind of jokes. You know what I mean? We got all these sort
Oh,
of.
really? Oh, we do.
See. What you're not going to do is get me in trouble. See, I'm a guest here. So I'm going to act accordingly. I'm going to act with some type of demeanor, even though, I tend to go off on a tangent every now and again, but still yet and all, again, it's an honor to be
That
here.
that 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 back pedal is serious. Have card will travel though. Have card will travel. Like I was saying, Mr. Blackwell, before an Australian so rudely interrupted and tried to interject a little bit of venom to go ahead and get everything going again, could you please tell me what your first poem was?
My, you talking about the first poem I've ever written or my first poem that I've ever performed?
Which one do you have access to? Because the first poem I've ever written got lost in storage, so I know that can be difficult.
My first poem that I've ever written is probably still in my mother's basement in a box somewhere. The
What?
pages are probably yellow. Um, Yellow. They probably smell of mold. That's how long ago it was. I've been writing poetry since I was 5 years old.
You
And
mean that's how old you were?
go ahead and put it out there now. I'm 44 years old. So
Oh,
you can only
you're not
imagine how much
old.
poetry part is.
You're not old. I'm
Really though.
older than you. Hush, you're not
Does
old.
not mean I'm not old.
That means that you're not old because I'm older than you and I'm not old.
You're older.
Ty,
You just said it. It came
not
out your mouth.
old.
I'm old. I'm
Older.
older than
Mr.
you. That means
Blackwell,
you
Mr.
are
Blackwell,
older.
Mr. Blackwell,
Why are we
please
using
go
my
ahead
full
and
name? Like
Mr.
why?
Ty,
Why? Hi.
Tyrone, please go ahead and share your first poem, Mr. Tyrone Blackwell. And I'll call you by a poet name once you share a poem.
But I
Hmm.
dropped bars all through this conversation, but you were just short on the subject. But yeah. So, to answer the request of Gemini Fox Poetry, see, we're not going to say the whole name. See how I did that. See how I showed some type of restraint, ma'am.
Oh no,
That
my
part.
darling. I am both Stephanie Jackson and Gemini Fox. I am duality. So I'm not ashamed of my government name. That's the name my mama gave me.
But see, I don't put it out there like that. Like I understand
It's
it's on
already
my
out
IG
there.
profile page.
It's
Follow me,
everywhere.
Top Black ATL, that part. But yeah, uh,
Hmm. Tyrone, come on. You better call
she
Tyrone.
knows I hate this.
Call
She
him
know I hate
and
this.
tell him
She know I
to
hate that
come
song.
on, help you get yours.
See that part.
Yeah,
She she
share a
she
poem if
knows
I
I
start.
can't.
Look, there are other Tyrone songs that I can find. So if you don't start sharing a poem, we're gonna have a whole concert over here.
Are you going to be
I,
nasty with
I,
your
I can
guests?
bring out the song too, but no, I'm not going to do that. That's again me showing restraint. So to answer the request of Miss Gemini Fox Poetry, I'm known for the big man poem. Now, mind you, before we even start, if I'm going to continue writing, reciting poetry or performing poetry, I just need to know: is it safe? Is this a safe space?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. All right. So the big man poem. First off, introductions. If you haven't realized it yet, if you're still trying to figure it out, you are in the presence of greatness. I am Ty Black. I burn with black flames. I am the Walking Volcano, Vice President and member of the Galaxy of Poets. And again, the big man poem. If you haven't realized it yet, I walk in pretty big shoes. And if you walk beside me, you might even feel the earth kick. And in the summer heat, you might have the audacity to ask me, excuse me, sir, can I please stand in your shadow for shade? Now, I let all that slide knowing that one day my cell phone will receive a transmission saying that you need help and will pay any type of commission for you need these muscles to help lift, move, or shift something. Now, I've learned to accept the fact that I'll remain a certain size despite the numerous hours I spend in excruciating exercise. But what some of y'all have yet to realize is that within this large size beats the heart, the circumference of Jupiter. Now, in past conversations with a dear friend of mine, we talked about the personalities of a big man. Oh, they could be the sweetest people in the world, she says, but they're often clingy, always seeking attention. Well, damn. And in all the moment, I remain speechless. So in response, I hope this poem will make some kind of sense. What you are looking at now is a specimen that used to be 389 pounds and 76 inches. So I hope we're all in agreement that you are in the presence of a big man. And in the Bible, it says we're all equal under God's love, but truthfully, what about the love of the people around you? So, in response to my dear friend, big men seek attention because we don't receive it. The big man has become the object of wonder. Anywhere I go, I get asked these questions. Excuse me, sir, what team do you play with? Or, excuse me, sir, are you some type of bouncer? Even on the television screen, the big man has become the object of entertainment. But what makes matters worse is that we're sometimes last his target. Big man, and in this category, I guess, we're purposely missed because when we try to approach the ladies with it quickly to get dismissed, love has become the big man's addiction. For in this world of cruelty is our escape from this harsh reality, and with every drop that so happens to miraculously find me, I cherish it with the greatest of appreciation because I know that love for a big man is in small supply. So when my dear friends say that big men are clingy, feel that we have the goddamn right to be because love can appear and disappear so easily, and then it's back to where we begun, alone. The big man is known for his intimidation, for his great features, strength, and protection. But what people find so funny is how a man so strong can have a soul of reflection. How a mountain so big can have a river of compassion flowing from the depths of his heart, feeding the thirsty, the lonely down below. And from this altitude, the big man has a better attitude, and the size of his heart gives a room enough to include each and every one. So please, if you find a big man trying hard to find love, please give that man a hug and let him know that big is most definitely beautiful. Thank
Mm.
Okay, it was a nice poem about tall people, I guess.
I mean, since we started off with that, but actually, that piece was one of my first pieces.
Mm, mm.
I mean, I could go into the first piece, but yeah, that's a look. I wanted to start off light before I go heavy. You feel what
Mm.
I'm saying?
And we can
So
So,
that
take heavy here. My shoulders are broad.
mine are too.
I'm good and grounded.
well, you're close to the ground, so you can't fall far. Yeah,
Oh,
it's good.
okay, Australian. Now we got jokes. Okay.
Low gravity, stable platform. You know what I mean? It's good. It's a good thing. A compliment.
You would know something about that.
It's a compliment. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
so
we
Ty,
we're almost the same height, me and him.
sorry, there's about a foot difference, I think.
Oh, in your imagination, but that's okay. We let people live their dreams however they want to.
I'm gonna stay in my segmented box right here in the right hand corner
I
on
think
my phone.
I think I was 4 foot in high school. I think. Yeah, once I was there. Yeah, 4 foot.
And some things never change.
So anyway, Ty, um, so that was one of the early pieces. So what was the inspiration there? What triggered that off?
Okay, so as I said in my piece, I was close to 400 pounds.
Mm.
I was a pretty big man. Of course, I did club security. I played football, but I never really got the attention of quote unquote normal sized people.
Yeah.
Um, I was always looked at as a protector or somebody of a pillar of strength. I'll say that,
Mhm.
and never looked at as a person that has feelings or has emotions. So that was the inspiration of that piece.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
So that
so
was yours. Go ahead.
that's very true. I mean, quite often we yeah, big or small, right? Same thing. We have that sort of acceptance, whether it's culture, whether it's color, whether it's creed, whether it's size. There's such a variety of stuff, isn't it? But at the end of the day, we're human, and all we're asking to do is be loved.
That's a hard ask in some cases.
Mm, mm, mm. Sorry, Gemini, you were going to say?
That was a beautiful and very vulnerable. What do you expect me to say, Ty? Why you come close to the camera? Why come close to the camera? What do you expect me to say? That was a very beautiful and vulnerable piece. My son once mentioned because we used to horseplay a little, and then he told me, "Mom, I am not." He said, "I am not invincible. I feel pain." And I did not realize I changed from looking at him as so fragile because he was a preemie. He was 4 pounds, 5 ounces at birth and could fit in one hand. And now he could pick me up like I was nothing. I changed from looking at him like he was fragile to looking at him like he was almost invincible. Um, and I've always known that you're compassionate, he's compassionate, but the physical aspect of it, the stature and the size, um, you look strong externally. So to have all of those things, all of those emotions, all those feelings expressed, so people can see beneath the perceived strength. It's not that you're strong; it's just that you're human. You are strong, but you're still human. So thank you so much for sharing that. I know that resonated with so many people, including my boy.
Well, uh, it's also a lot of people don't. We see color and we see cultures and religion, but we don't see size quite often as an issue. As Justa said, she goes, "Cool, you shared that because never thought of it like that." Because big, even big, you think, "Oh wow, look at that." big, handsome, sort of strong guy, right? But really, that can be a challenge sometimes, as opposed to being small in stature as well. You know?
So you have to think about it. In America, African American male, the average height is usually 6 foot. I'm only
Mm,
6'4". But let's go into another culture. Let's say if I were to travel to Japan or Mexico,
mm-hmm,
where the average height is a little bit shorter, then it becomes a problem. Instead of looking at me as a person, I am now perceived as
mm,
either an athlete. I've been called Shaquille O'Neal.
mm-hmm,
I've been asked what, again, like I said in my piece, what team do I play with?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? Instead of actually looking at me as a person and getting to know me as a person, you have now already impressed upon me this stigmatism
mm,
that I have to be something that I'm not.
mm, mm. Yeah, no, very true. Very true.
And even in this country, um, I am short. I'm 5'2",
Are you
and
short? I didn't know that. Damn. Naughty, naughty, naughty Rainier.
oh, that's okay. That's okay. You have to show up in Florida sometime. Anyway, so we're gonna withhold any words or actions until you find yourself in Florida and have no protection. Like I was saying, I am 5'2", and being a big girl, people treat you like you don't have feelings. Um, when medical staff tend to you, they don't seem to be concerned because you have enough cushion for the pushing. So if they're taking blood, whatever they're doing, they're rough. Um, even with a partner, they look at you as if you cannot be broken. And that is not something that's comforting.
Mm,
Um, so you have yours where people look at you and you're tall, they're looking for protection, they look at you like you're invincible. Me, I'm not human. I don't have feelings. You can make fun of me and you can treat my body however you want to because I don't feel no pain because there's so much fat there are no nerves.
mm, mm. Yeah, that's
So I
sad.
resonate with what you're saying, and it's something that's not talked about
Mm,
because
Right.
with big women, they try to, especially with partners, they try to make it seem like such a good thing. It makes it oh like you're sick, blah 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 blah. But they try to make it seem like such a positive thing when it's not. It's not a positive thing. It
Not at
doesn't
all.
feel good for someone to perceive that you can take more torture or ridicule or anything because you're bigger. So thank you so much for sharing that because
mm,
there's so
mm,
many different ways to see that, to experience that. But it's good that it's coming from you because big men, especially big black men, are not seen as vulnerable. And to be vulnerable and to be transparent like that, it's very forthcoming. So
mm,
thank you for doing that.
mm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See, I can be nice to you if you're
I was
nice.
going to say, you can play nice when you want to, can't you? Very good.
I don't play.
That was a very uh, profound contribution that you made, Gemini. That really was, because it's true. Because we talk about the bigger picture of color and so forth, but these other smaller biases we can have for people's stature and all that, even in relationships, that's pretty key. We don't talk about that. We don't. It's, half the people don't even stop to think. We don't even stop to realize. So from Ty's piece, which is powerful, and seeing that vulnerability from the big guy, and then hearing your narrative just now, it's really complements that really powerful sentiments, Gemini. It really is, because we've at the end of the day, big, small, black, yellow, purple, we bleed the same blood. We got a heart that hurts like all fuck. So we really need to. Doesn't matter where you are. and that's important, right? In the way we treat people, the way we it can be derogatory or assuming, and the assumptions we made in making our interactions with them. That's a no,
Mhm.
really valid conversation. Thank you both.
Well,
So, Mr. Ty Black, I see the poet has spoken entered the room. So, I have yet to meet either of you in person, which I can't wait for that day. What? I'm not going to take a knees on anything. I can't wait for that day. There's a lot to talk
as
about. I want
as
to.
many conversations as you had with your counterpart that's right in the room right next to me, yeah,
Mhm.
it's a different story. Yeah, keep blinking that part.
Like I was saying,
Keep blinking.
like I was saying, you're not going to go ahead and besmirch my innocence. Not at all.
Oh, oh, oh,
Woo!
oh,
Not
oh,
at
oh,
all. These people
ma'am.
know who I am. They know who I am.
So
So
I'm going
you
to
can't
talk
you
and
can't
drench my
be
phone in holy water
you
because
cannot
this phone is going to
besmirchify
burn.
you cannot besmirchify my innocence. It's not gonna
This
work like
virtual
that.
plane,
This smear campaign with the two of you tag teaming me is not gonna work like that.
smear campaign,
Like I
where
was
all we're speaking
saying,
is the truth.
the poet has spoken, has entered the room,
Yes,
and
he has.
um, he is he the part of the Galaxy of Poets or the founder of the Galaxy?
He is president, founder, and CEO of the Galaxy of Poets.
Beautiful. And how did you meet the poet?
Well, before the Galaxy of Poets, we were called Poetry in Motion, and we were mostly on Facebook. When we came on IG, poet, the poet has spoken, or we affectionately call him as Poet. He he started, he changed the name to the Galaxy of Poets, and
Okay.
he was doing a check-in one morning, and I was on my morning break, and instead of asking me if I wanted to come up and share, he pulled me up through the comments.
I hate that. I hate that with a passion.
Well, see, older IG, you didn't have a choice. You couldn't press okay, I want to get on here. No. He pull you up, the whole screen would go black and your face would show up talking about yeah, it's loading up and you're about to go live. So
Yes.
I shared. And you know, it was my first time on IG and he was like, and I get a DM later talking about, bruh, you fine. I don't know about that, but okay, all right. And ever since then, not only is he my partner in the Galaxy of Poets, he's also my brother.
Mm.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I know that you had like was it a slam competition with Kings or was it a
Oh
feature?
no, it was a slam competition. Saved by the Words. It was a King edition because a week before that it was the Queens that came up, and Thea JV, she was on here. Shout out to my other sister, and she did a second. She was a second round finalist. I was also a second round finalist, but of course the poet has spoken won, and yeah, it was a great show. 15 poets, and it dwindled down to 7. And of course, in the final round, it was winner take all.
Beautiful. So I want to hear a poem. Speaking of which, I want to hear a poem from that slam, from you.
Okay, this is where it gets heavy. If possible, if I could have y'all mute your phone, because I hear echo.
Sure.
All right, can y'all hear me now? Let's go ahead and get them hearts up there because I can see you. That part. All right. So this is where it gets heavy. I started the first round of Saved by the Kings poetry competition hosted by Saved by Grace 712 and Lene Monroe 91. And it started off like this. I am drowning in a river that weeps, lamenting silently while eternity sleeps. For you see, every day I lose a little bit of my sanity, but it's every second I lose a little bit of my mortality. I am dead. I am dead, a lifeless, soulless creature that dwells in the shadows of darkness, for to be in the light of some darkness would be to savor some sweetness of some happiness. But I guess my destiny asks for something less. For if misery loves company, I must be a truly beloved guest, for every day my passion for life is put to the test. You see, my father, who was named after the prophet with wisdom sprinkled with the sands of time, could not be here tonight or any night to listen to me rhyme. So it's with a sad in hand that I write these pieces. I gain some pieces. I think about my beloved deceased. 6 feet lay between us as I try to whisper to him, with words that flutter like frightened butterflies as I try to harness them. Damn, I wish I had him back again. To hear the words only a father could say, to hear his wisdom like music enter my ear, to regain what life is so suddenly taken. Something so very, very dear. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, washed in his spirit, washed in his blood. To be in the front pew waiting for the casket to close, tears running down my face and snot drip down my nose. I don't care who sees. I don't care who sees. This is my father. This is the person who cared when nobody else cared to bother. This is a result from a visit from death, that Arctic angel that stole in and froze in his very last breath. And as I looked on the closed eyes, I see only a shell, because he's in paradise, leaving me in an earthly hell. I call for him, and I know I can't bring him back. And I know in the future that my sorrow and grief will surely build up and stack. So sometimes I have to take a step back, because I can't take this no more. You all not understanding, my father was not meant to go. And sometimes I find myself on bended knee, crying, begging, pleading, please wake my father from his earthly sleep and return him to me with silence deep, but no response. No response, just the silence that brought my father to his deathly slumber. And now we're all here together to say farewell. Father, brother, husband, friend. It is with love that you cared for family. And it's with love that you cared to the very end. Love you. This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long.
I forgot that was a funeral song. Amazing Grace has made the sound, and Swing Low, Sweet Chariot are the ones that I sang most often. That was
Thank you.
how are you feeling?
So For those that don't know, my father's birthday is March the 16th. It's coming up next weekend. And, he passed away in 2000. But, I was a I was a daddy's boy. And, you know, it still hurts to this day, but the lessons that I learned from him, the wisdom, like I said, that entered my ear, still rings true to this day. And for those that never knew my father, he was the first man to ever tell me that he loved me. And he made it his mission to tell me that every single day.
It's beautiful.
That's something that young boys nowadays do not get from their fathers. If not even a push of encouragement, of a word of I understand where you're coming from. Nowadays it's suck it up, man up. To be in that environment with my father taught me so many things that like I shared in my last piece, it's okay to be emotional as a man. It's okay to wear your heart on your sleeve. Better yet, go ahead and make it an entire jacket.
Mhm.
You it's okay. And, and I love my father, and
And the thing,
It's a reflection on what he has taught me. I taught my son, and hopefully, it will go down the line.
oh, this is not going to end. It won't. And the beautiful thing is that you can talk about the sadness of losing your father, but the beauty of the relationship and the lessons that he has taught you shine through more than the darkness of losing him because you never really lost him. He's not gone. He'll
No,
never be gone, ever. So
Mm.
even in the pain of hearing all of that, just hearing you speak about him, like, I want a father like that. I want my son to be a father like that. And you do exist so he can be that man. He can. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Ty, when I was speaking before, I was on mute, and my apologies. Yeah, that certainly, in a way, I'm glad I was stuck on mute because without realizing, because I needed to breathe after that. Mainly because I fully resonate with that. I too was a daddy's boy. I lost my father 52 years ago on the 21st of December, and every Christmas I buried him on the 23rd. It comes around, and his 50th anniversary of his passing, I wrote a piece to commemorate that, and it hurt just like it did 50 years before that. There's still where I reach out to him when I need guidance, when I need help, and he's been on the other side for 52 years. It forced me to grow up on my own. It forced me to love my own mother through a wall for fear of loss. And I am not too big to still shed a tear in memory of him and the love that I didn't have to hold my hand as I went through adolescence, as I went through adjusting into a racially challenged culture here back then. It certainly, the country I live in now is not the country that it was back in the 70s. And I so resonate with that. And I commend any man who can respect and not be hesitant to show the love that we have for that paternal figure. When we got so many thousands of people who grew up without ever knowing their fathers through the wars, etc., I think even for the short time that I knew him, I was blessed, as you were. Brother, really loved hearing that piece. I was choking because it took me on my own journey.
And that was
Understood.
beautiful. I can understand why you chose that piece to slam with. Um, I can definitely understand. Because even without having the relationship with my father, I have that relationship with my mom.
Mm.
But the vulnerability it takes, the level of vulnerability to be a man and to show your son that love through adulthood and as a grown man, tell another grown man that you love him. And I hear you all the time when you all do the mental health check-in. When you do the mental health check-in, you all say, I love you a lot. And that
Mm.
is beautiful. I've heard you tell other men that you love them. You told me that you love me, and I know that you do. Even though you make short jokes, I know that you do. But it's beautiful, and it's a pure love. There's nothing behind it, nothing hidden. So thank you so much for always exempling that.
And your delivery, I can certainly see how you command the audience. And man, your voice too, your singing voice is pretty awesome, man. Really is. Um, I
Well,
You had
can't
me
sing to
you
save
crying.
be
myself.
you will actually be one of the first to actually ever say that. Now, my playing.
No, it is. It is. You almost had me crying there. Like I can't be letting you see me crying. No, like no man.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that definitely that part. But in all seriousness, when it comes to sharing your feelings, again, poetry saved my life, but it also taught me lessons that your words not only have power, but they're reflections of your soul. So
Hmm.
you don't always have to be happy when you speak your
Mm.
pieces. Sometimes your pieces are reflection of those pieces, those fragments of your heart that lay broken, waiting to be fixed or repaired
Yeah,
or managed.
so
They
true.
lay in
Exactly.
that part.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay, I think we'll all need to breathe after this. We all need a breath after this.
Okay. Um. So
Oh, you going to the old poem?
no, we're not going to do the old to the bra. I really, we wouldn't.
Ladies and
You have
gentlemen,
to tell the backstory to that one. While I don't even know if I can find that one. That one
excuse
was
you? So, ladies and gentlemen, in poetry, you write about everything. I don't know what, I did not know what was frustrating for men, but for me as a woman, any type of clothing purchase is like frustrating. But purchasing undergarments is frustrating, so I did a poem entitled Ode to My Bra. This gentleman right here, I shared it on his open mic, on his open mic on IG, and I challenged him to write a similar poem. And he wrote a poem. What was the title of the poem, Ty?
Ode to My Draws.
Trying to make comedy out of something that is frustrating. And Lord have mercy,
I
was it
wasn't
comedic?
making comedy. I wasn't making comedy of it. What had happened was that we she spoke
I
she
was
wrote
making comedy of it.
on her underwear, on her undergarments. Let me not say underwear, undergarments,
Correct.
and I wrote I wrote on something that I found to be quite troubling for us.
But that's the thing. I wanted something that you had to relate to because I don't know what's frustrating for men because y'all hold on to the underwear until it turns into a string. Some of y'all do. Um, God, thank
Ouch.
God, thank God you have
Man, let me check
wives.
my calendar notifications and make sure that
Thank God you
that
have wives
it's
and
time to
mothers.
change them out.
If it was not for wives and mothers and grandmothers, y'all be walking around here with strings and just like, oh, just threads just dangling because just y'all don't change nothing, y'all don't
Threads
buy
and
nothing new when it
dangling.
comes to
Did,
undergarments.
did, did
Yes.
you did you catch that? Did you catch that? Threads
Why
and
you
dangling.
pointing out? Why
That
you
part.
pointing out? Why you pointing stuff out? Anyway,
I mean, there are poets in this room that are catching what you are
not
saying and,
everybody here is not a poet. I don't know if your
receiving.
mom is in. I don't know who's in here. Like, don't be like pointing stuff out. Look, somebody told
I
me
mean,
that she's got
last time we checked, we're all adults here, so we understand what
that what
female
the truth is. Yes,
undergarments and
yes.
male
And
undergarments.
y'all
We
wonder
understand.
why y'all get drawers and boxes for Christmas and for birthdays because we know y'all need them.
Okay.
Every
I mean,
occasion is an occasion to get y'all some underwear.
well,
Every
see, okay,
Thanksgiving.
so wait, hold on, pause. Not Thanksgiving. I'm not getting a Thanksgiving gift, but in all
Oh,
realness,
you
though,
don't have to
it
give them.
was
You'll receive a turkey or Thanksgiving themed underwear because we know y'all need it. We know.
does that. Can you imagine a turkey on your front parts of your boxes? Nah, we good. We good.
We're
No.
not. I didn't say where the turkey was going to be.
Gobble, gobble. Nah, we good. We good. No.
Stupid. You
Uh,
see, that's why I don't play with you. That's why I don't play with you. Okay, as you were
see,
saying, I'm
but
not
yeah,
the
in
bad
all
one.
realness, it was a necessity. It was a necessity. It's not saying that just like you were growing up as a child, how fast you grew up, or how short you grew up. But as as you grew up as a child, as you went through adolescence, you needed these garments. So Christmas was a great time to get them because, of course, the money was in, the influx was in. It was a necessity. It really wasn't a want. I don't want underwear, but I need it.
Thank God. No, we're not doing the whole Kevin Hart's daddy thing. We're not doing the Kevin Hart daddy thing, just dangling everywhere. We're not doing that.
Why you had to bring Kevin Hart into this? Oh, because he's short.
And the colored girls sing. Look at that
But
anger, Padman. Look at that anger
oh,
exuding out of that person.
oh,
Oh, young
oh.
Padman,
When
you must
when
calm down.
when when we first when me and Gemini first met via
You
IG.
going to tell that story?
No, I'm not. But I'm gonna tell them about that filter you used to use when you used to get angry.
Which
There's a
filter?
there's a lightning there's a filter that where the eye where it's like Thor when you're when his eyes opened up and the lightning cracks. She would use that, and we used to
I didn't
call her.
remember that. I didn't remember that. I did not remember that.
Yeah, yeah. It was either that or she would give you the down to up look, like the mad down to up look. And of course, she has it perfected because she's short. But yeah, she would give you that one, and then she would quickly jab the phone with her fist. Now, mind you, if she hasn't told you already that she is a martial artist, that part.
Oh, young Kung Fu Panda has threatened me many times to chop me to the throat here. Princess Kung Fu Panda. My goodness me.
Why?
I
Why?
have been threatened many times with this, the martial arts, the Kung Fu Panda moves. My goodness. She even threatened to
See?
get a little stepladder to reach my throat. Savage, savage.
I didn't say anything about a stepladder, sir.
Just two or
I
three.
have many a time got in trouble for it. They got in trouble for it because that used to be our back and forth. Whenever she would catch me back in the corner, I would say this: step ladder.
Mrs. Blackwell, paging Mrs. Blackwell,
See, she's
paging
calling. She's
Mrs.
calling.
Blackwell. Oh,
I put
we
my
have
phone on.
our agent on site. We have an agent on site. All she going to do is give you the look. That's it. I done seen them eyes. All she has to do is give you the Mrs. Blackwell, tell Ty to behave.
You have heard the voice. You have never heard me sing this one song, which I will not sing on this platform. No, I will not. Oh, man.
So,
Well, y'all
Gemini.
are enjoying yourselves just so much right now. Okay.
So,
Okay.
Gemini, here's a thought. Maybe if you want to recite your piece about the difficulties you have buying a bra, and Ty recite his piece about the drawers, I think that'll be quite entertaining.
No. Because of the fact that I wrote it, and like I said, I write on a regular basis. And when I say regular basis, I write on a daily basis, and
Thank
I
God.
cannot for the life of me find it.
Oh,
But
okay.
what I can do is
What?
write to it later on and
Oh, you
remake
gonna write
and
another one?
rewrite the ode to my draws in the
Yay!
2024 version. Take that part.
Good. I'm glad you don't have it because he's trying to make me recite a poem on here. It's not gonna happen.
Wait,
You
hold on.
suddenly gone all
You're not
shy.
reciting a poem. Wait. You say what? You're not performing, Miss? I have my own show. I get up on open mics in person and virtually since what? Before 2020? Ma'am, come on now. Do
I
better. Do
I
better.
am what? I'm not performing that
Stay ready so you
poem.
got to get ready. That part.
I I am not performing that poem. And this is about you, sir, trying to deflect. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you acknowledging the fact that I am attempting to deflect. However, we are not going to deflect with a deflection saying that you won't share a piece.
No,
That part, what
I
we're
am
not
not going
going
to
to
share.
do.
This is not about me, Mr. Tyrone Blackwell. This is about you.
Wow, you sound like a Maya song. It's all about me. It ain't about you.
Exactly, but it is about you. So,
Oh,
um, I would like another poem, Ty Blackwell.
you are like another.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just another vibe check. This is a safe space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
This mean you're not doing erotic, are you? Do we do? I don't do
No,
erotic. Okay.
because I know you'll turn off your camera.
I might have want to turn off the camera. I might think. Okay.
I'm more worried about her falling off the stool than there's any erotica.
I'm in the car,
Oh
Renew.
well,
You're
falling out
talking
the car
about
then.
the pile of telephone books.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
That
about.
part.
Mhm.
See,
See what?
told you.
The people listening to this on audio have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, talking about that knuckle sandwich that you portrayed right there in front of us, right there.
I
Like, wow, it was so
have
quick.
no clue what you're talking about. I was
Everybody was
fixing my
kung fu
hair.
fighting.
May I have my phone, please, sir?
Okay, hold on, let me get my laugh now. Because that was
I
funny.
guess now the giant and the Australian are best friends.
Me and you will never part. Oh, sorry. Brothers, we're happy. Oh, okay, sorry. Uh, she's giving me the look for real, for real. All right. The I Hope poem. Everybody on mute? Everybody on mute? Okay. I can get through it now. This is going to be fun. To the motherfucker in Cincinnati, Ohio that thought it'd be okay to hack my Facebook account. I hope you slip on a sheet of ice and faceplant into a pile of frozen dog shit. I hope you go to the restaurant with your boo thing only to get your card declined right in front of you. I hope that eviction notice you've been ducking and dodging for the past couple of months finally catches up with you. I hope that sewage backs up in your bathroom while you're taking a hot shower. I hope that you get locked out of your apartment with the stove still on during a gas main leak. I hope that you have 4 flat tires and your tank is still on you. I hope you lose your keys in a pair of khakis that you donated to Goodwill. I hope the love of your life accidentally swipes left. I hope the mac and cheese you eating got raisins in it, that your steak is frozen in the middle of it, and the Chardonnay you're drinking got a little bit of the waiter's piss in it. Sucks, don't it? To have tragedy after tragedy happen to you, to go through life thinking that everything bad is happening to you, and if you think that this is only a phase, I hope the next speeding ticket lands you directly in jail. That the next time you have to use the restroom, there's an out of order sign on the door. I hope that there's a blackout while you're working on your final page of your dissertation with no autosave. I hope you're 1 point away from graduation and still get a failing grade. I hope that your sweet tea that you're drinking is actually unsweetened and the chicken you're eating is really badly unseasoned. My reasons for all this is for you to exactly feel what it means to be in somebody else's shoes when having to deal with somebody like you. I mean, the injustice of it, of fucking with somebody's life for the mere enjoyment of it is truly unreal. And if you're doing it for kicks, then by all means, let me go ahead and remind you as I lace up these steel-toed boots of what it means to get a kick out of life. And if you think that this is only a rant, I hope it rains so hard that a power line falls just inches from where you stand. That every scene in Final Destination 3, 4, and 5 happens so close to you, only to have you call me, confessing your sins, knowing that there's going to be a 5-finger reaction at the end of that conversation. This is me never forgiving you, hoping and praying everything bad happens to you. Sorry, not sorry. Y'all on mute.
Very appropriate, because I, for the life of me, cannot understand what people gain out of hacking into people's Instagram accounts other than holding them to ransom. I just, it's, they're low lifes. They're just assholes, right?
That part. And then when you check your login activity, you see that it's somewhere that you're not. So mine said Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm like, I've never been in Cincinnati, Ohio. So that's the person. So yeah, me and Gemini, we actually share a saying. Don't make me write a poem about you.
Yeah.
Ty,
People think it's cute until I write a poem about them.
Ty, if I had $1 for every time she's threatened to write a poem about me, I'd probably be retired. I'd be a rich man.
I already wrote a poem about you.
There's
And she said
constant
it with
threats
all the
about more and
seriousness
more
of her
poems.
voice.
So.
She has a very cool, calm, very stern demeanor right now. She about that smoke. She about
Yeah,
that fire. That part.
yeah.
No, I
It
already
is
wrote
a.
a poem about him.
I
Did
I can imagine.
did I ever hear it?
Hmm.
Did I
I'm
ever
putting
hear
What
it?
would you
myself on
like to know?
mute.
Have I ever
What
heard it,
would you
Gemini?
like to know? Hmm.
You're
Hmm.
sharing. You're sharing.
I
Sharing is
know. I
caring.
know.
Sharing is caring.
Okay, all right. We're telling our age. That was funny. It's funny. I mean, I'm just saying.
Gentlemen, I will go dark, but I will still be talking because it's
You're
getting
going
dark in
dark.
here. I
Yeah,
am going
we
dark.
can see.
It's not
You're going.
like I haven't been dark before, and I don't prefer the dark side.
Bam,
But
bam, bam. I mean, I know we said this is a safe place. Damn. Okay.
what?
I'm going dark. I'm going dark. Dark.
For the people listening, that means I'm turning off my camera since they're making it very suggestive and uncomfortable. Well, not that uncomfortable.
Ah,
I speak in
how are
double
we making
entendres.
it uncomfortable?
I speak in
Please,
double
please let me know.
entendres. I know. I speak in double entendres. It's a
Double,
natural thing. I can't help it.
triple, quadruple,
A little
quintuple,
bit. A little bit.
sextuple,
A little bit.
septuple, octuple.
Tad bit. At least
Just a
double
little
and
bit.
triple. At least
Mm,
double and triple entendres.
I am going dark. I am going dark.
No, you've already gone dark, Ty. That was a long time ago.
I mean, my last name is Blackwell since you put it out there like that. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm very well black.
you're
That
very,
part.
very. You're like you're like 99% dark chocolate.
Thank you.
You're
That was very
very
sweet of
welcome.
you. Thank
You not
you. Oh my
only are you
goodness.
like, not only do you have a kick, but you are actually good for you and delicious. He's blushing. Chocolate is blushing. Don't melt now. You know, chocolate doesn't really blush. When we start blushing, we start melting. Don't melt now. Mrs. Blackwell's gonna be making s'mores over there.
Gemini, you really need to be a bit more nice to our guests, you know.
Yes, I am being nice to our guest.
I think you need to be nicer to our guests, you know. You're very harsh on our guests.
It, it wouldn't be genuine if it wasn't like this. It wouldn't be genuine, and I'd be very very like suspect. Like, why you being nice?
So,
What are you scheming in that dark mind of yours? Going on, my guy.
that's my boy. That's
I
my
know
little
who he
giant.
is.
Well, for other people who don't know, that's my little giant. My gentle
He ain't
giant.
little. He ain't little.
Okay,
You're little.
Mr. Blackwell. I know how to find the ATL, Mr. Blackwell. And I believe that Mrs. Blackwell will give me y'all's address.
I can give it to you. That's okay. I can give it to
Oh,
you.
really? Now we're brave. Okay. Like I said, Hive Card will travel.
Let's see. From where you at is only about a 6.5 hour drive.
A 6.5 hour. How? What type of speed you doing?
Light.
I'm gonna go black now. I'll still be talking to y'all.
Light
I
speed.
can't with you.
That part.
Yeah, I know. Like you ghosting over here.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
More powerful than a locomotive.
Able to
Able to
jump
leap.
tall buildings in a single bound.
Oh, wait a minute. He only has to step over. He ain't got to jump. He's so tall.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, that part.
So, Ty, do you have any live performances coming up in the near future?
Okay, so live performances, of course. For those that are in the room right now, again, first, thank the host for inviting me out. As far as live performances, of course, we have the Hoodie and Bars poetry competition that will be going down in Nashville, Tennessee,
Nice.
and that will be happening April 20th, 2024. So for more information, by all means, you can go ahead and go to my page, Ty Black ATL, or you can go to the Galaxy of Poets for more information. And as far as my live performances, I will be actually in Alaska in June 19th.
What?
That weekend, I will be in Alaska. Things are still in the works, so we're still working it out. But yeah, Juneteenth, I'll be in Alaska. I'll be
Oh,
in
Oh
Alaska.
my God, are you going up there with Ram?
No. Dita Sharp is one of our galaxy is one of the members of the Galaxy of Poets, and she decided that she wanted us to come up there. So yeah, we're doing that. We're doing workshops. We're doing a show. Yeah, it's gonna be something.
Oh,
awesome.
oh man, June is my birthday month.
July is mine. That's the reason why we get so long, because we're so connected.
What
Yes,
That part.
sir.
what date in July, Ty?
July 26th. And last but not least, as always, you can catch me on the Galaxy of Poets Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Entering the Cosmos Open Mic.
Right. So, folks, if you're anywhere in that vicinity, I'd suggest you go and watch this, man. So you're competing in the one in Tennessee?
Oh no, I'm
Hosting.
actually putting on. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not hosting.
Okay.
Oh no. You don't want me to host in person. It's a whole bunch of shenanigans. We want to get through the whole show. Uh
So you're performing.
no. I'm not even performing. We are putting on.
You're
Um
curating.
yes. I'm emceeing. Let's put it like that. I'm emceeing. I'm a curator. Curator. I sound like a Keurig. Uh so
Lord have
yeah.
mercy.
My name is
It's
Coffee. Like the drink.
oh my gosh. That's going to be awesome. Like, keep me posted. Um, I don't think I'll be able to make it to Canada, but that's going to be awesome.
Oh, you mean Alaska? Not going to
Alaska,
Canada.
dude. Sorry. Why did why did I hear Can? That's why I asked you about Ram. You said Alaska. Most of them are up there, right? Most of them are all the wait, not close, but they're up there.
Yeah. They're up there. It just depends on which part you're going to, and I'm not bringing a passport. I don't own one yet.
Oh, that's gonna change because you're gonna have to do some poetry in my island eventually.
Your island, Saint Lucia.
Yes, Santa Lucia, Secretly Sea, St. Lucia, the Helen of the West, the most beautiful island in the Caribbean.
Oh my goodness me.
See,
Now she's
Oh my
see.
trying to start an island war.
Oh, she already knows because I told her my ancestry is all the way in St. Kitts, not too far away from St. Lucia. So yeah, that part.
why does your voice sound far away now? Were you wearing headphones before?
No, we are not. Are you far away from your phone?
No, you sound a little further away. No joke.
I am right here. Right here.
No. Rainier, did this voice just change?
Yes.
See, I'm not joking. Why you always think I'm joking?
It's going
Oh,
up.
this is IG. Because when IG says that you're about to time out, they make these errors or glitches to where it's like, okay, yeah, y'all gonna want to get off pretty soon. We about to cut this off. Or better yet, there be no music playing on IG or any in the background, no music playing whatsoever, but your video get cut off and they say there was music in the background.
Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
That is
That's the reason
so
why during my
annoying.
online shows, I stop playing music whatsoever. I just go ahead and get right into it because I don't need that, I'm 30 minutes into my show and then it gets cut off. I'm not even able to save it.
Okay.
Oh
Okay,
Wow.
we may have to cut the show because your voice, you sound like a chipmunk with a you sound like a chipmunk with bass.
Which one?
It's going on.
Alvin,
you
Simon, or Theron?
you you sound like Alvin with bass in his voice, like he went to puberty or something. That's what you sound like. I'm just telling the truth here. I'm just telling the truth.
It's going all electronic.
Yeah, that this is what usually happens because I know it happened during the Kings competition, and the audio would slow down, and it would sound like you're dragging or you're lagging in your voice. Your cadence would be off. So
Did you put anything underneath the phone, or did the
nope,
position of the phone change at all?
nope.
What happens if
Say
you
something again.
jump off and come back in?
I um I
That's
believe it would restart because we actually had to do that, and my co-pilot Athea, she would actually say restart the live in the comments, and we would have to restart the show all over again just so we could refresh, and hopefully that whole situation doesn't happen. So if you want to continue this conversation, by all means, you're more than welcome to go ahead and boot me off, and then we can try
well.
again. Attempt
You're
Okay.
sounding better now.
Oh,
You're sounding
You know,
better now.
he still sounds like a chipmunk that went through puberty.
Well, do you want to jump off and then come back into the room, and I'll bring you back up?
jumping's for short people.
You know what? Do you want to step off the cliff and go ahead and step back up? Because we know that you're just that tall.
Happy birthday. Well, happy belated birthday, Miss Carolyn.
Happy birthday, birthday, Miss Carolyn.
I think she just had a birthday. Either last week
74,
or the week
yeah.
before. Yeah,
Mm.
74. All right.
Beautiful.
So, do I sound better or should I jump off and then y'all go ahead and bring me back?
Yeah, step off the cliff and come back.
Okay. I'll make sure to bring a step ladder with me.
You know what? I'm about to go ahead and knock off the edge of that cliff. So when you step, it crumbles, or you hit your knees on the way down.
Oh dear.
I
And
can't with y'all
why have you gone all dark, Miss Gemini?
because I said I was going to go dark.
I heard that, but why is my question.
I was driving, sir. I've been in my car.
Oh, okay, let's bring Ty back up and see if his audio is fixed. Hey,
And we're back.
and that sounds better.
And
Yes.
you're normal.
You said I'm annoying?
No, I said you're normal, but I'm sorry for the insult. You're not normal at all.
No, I'm not. I'm quite unique. There could be only one. That part. Highlander.
Oh dear. So, um, love to hear another piece, Ty.
Oh, boy. Okay.
That's what you're here for.
And
I
look who's
am.
just popped back on the screen.
Oh, she heard Ty's about to do a poem, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be here for this one."
Yes.
Woo. Do, 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 do. So, for those that don't know,
What happened?
He's frozen.
No, he dropped off. I don't see him anymore.
Oh, I can see him, but he's frozen, so might have
Are
swapped
you
himself
able to kick him
off.
out and bring him back?
Uh, Let me see if he's in the room or if he. No, he's not in the room. He just swiped himself off.
Sorry.
That's a nasty, nasty. sinister laugh.
God doesn't like
There's so much
ugly.
anger in you, Padawan. So much anger.
Whereas you don't play with God's zone. So he swiped
I,
himself out. Let me go ahead and be a kind soul and send him the live again. There we go.
yes, he's back in the room
I know.
and he's got a request. Let's bring him back up.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to be here sipping on my water.
Don't choke on it. Just take it easy.
And we're back. And no, I didn't swipe off. What happened was I think IG booted me off, and I don't know for the reason why. For the life of me, I don't know why.
Hmm. I wonder. Did it go into a chastising Muslim people?
You fun. Oh, let me go ahead and do this one.
Why
Let me see
doesn't
if I.
that don't sound like a nice laugh?
It's not. Okay,
Like, oh, let me go ahead and do this one.
so I was attempting to explain this piece, but I'm gonna let it explain itself. But before I do, let me go ahead and shout out the inspiration for this piece. My co-pilot, Athea JV. You might see her in the backgrounds in the comments during entering the Cosmos Open Mic tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Instagram under the Galaxy of Poets. If your resignation letter was a poem. Right, bring this up just a little bit, just so I can see without my glasses. That part. All right. To whom it may concern, nah, fuck that. Because the moment I hold my tongue, the blood will splash onto these pages, making more of a mess of things. So, rewind. To the motherfucker that possessed the audacity to make my life a living hell for the past 4 years. Yeah, that sounds a little bit better. Your supervision lacks the vision of its definition, and rather than being holed up in your office not reading your emails, why not attempt to be somewhat of a leader? Because that ship has long since sailed and sunk into the murky bottoms under your command, and rather than going down with the ship, you use your employees as scapegoats to remain afloat, never holding yourself accountable for the damages. Needless to say, you're no hero, not even holding a minor role in the scenario, yet for 40 hours a week, I do my damnedest to avoid seeing your face in hopes of not petrifying my spirit at the very sight of you. Because underneath that bubbly demeanor, we've all witnessed that monster. And instead of incurring the fury of such a beast, we stay in our lanes hoping not to collide. But it wasn't always this way, but I guess it was just to lure us into this dungeon where we hammer onto these keys in order to process these orders, only to have you come in hours later to attempt to take the credit. And let's not get on thing number two, your cheerleader of sorts, attempting to make the best of things, believing she's boosting morale, inflating her chest with self-perceived accomplishments, only to have the wind knocked out of her when you come strolling around. And just like a subservient lackey, she takes the beating, thinking that it's par for the course, not knowing she's a welcome mat, inviting your nasty pettiness to step all over her. So anyone on the outside wouldn't dare look in. I wouldn't wish death on my worst enemy, and that would include having to work here, the cushiest job on earth, yet the harshest of environments, only because some folks don't want to act right. But we're made to fake the funk and holiday group photos, knowing good and well the picture isn't worth 1,000 words because it's all lies. When you said that our office is family, I laughed loudly, because if that's the case, someone should have took a belt to your ass a long time ago for disrupting the family dynamic with your toxicity. Currently, everyone in the office is on survival mode, doing just enough to make it through the day and leave immediately after suffering for 8 hours. And don't ask me the amount of alcohol it would take to erase anything involving a certain place of employment, because that would mean me incriminating myself and having to be forced to go to the next AAD. I would love to say it was a pleasure. Matter of fact, it was until your presence darkened the office space, sucking the joy out like a Hoover the moment you walk through the door. And I'm supposed to be grateful for this experience of working here. Seriously, I'd rather take a number 2 pencil to the ear, rupturing my eardrum so I no longer have to sit here and hear what an honor it is to be in the employment of a business that would rather take their jobs overseas than increase the hourly pay to compensate for living costs. A company that would rather have temps come in than pay overtime for those that remain loyal throughout all this bullshit. But you know what? Forget it. Just because I raised my voice doesn't mean shit. So rather than prolonging the inevitable, I penned this just in case my spirit guided me to the exit before getting a chance to say this to you. I quit. All on you.
Certainly a message that needs to be said. We see that globally, don't we? Yeah.
That part.
Yeah. Gemini, you on mute or you're silent for a change? I saw a tongue poke out, but I still haven't heard a word from her. Is she on mute?
Y'all funny. I like y'all. Y'all hilarious.
Um, so was that an organisation that you were
I was
working for that you really?
trying to be respectful. Someone
There is
was
no
playing music, and I did not want to cause the live to end. But no, you had to go ahead and play dirty and swing while I could not speak. By all means, please pile them up. Pile them up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's get ready to rumble!
Oh, it won't be a fight. It won't. It would be. It would be very pitiful. It won't be a fight. Yeah.
It would be a short
Don't worry.
round.
I will have mercy. I will have mercy. But it won't be a fight.
She ignored. Notice how she deflected that Ty. You
The
asked her if it was going to be a
deflection
short
of the
round. She just boom,
deflection.
deflected straight,
Oh, there's
straight
not
over
going
it.
to be any rounds. Like you're assuming that this is going to go more than like 5, 10 minutes.
Well, the round is
We've
three
done this
minutes.
before. We've done this before. We have shut down IG before with this conversation. Have you ever heard of IG shutting us up for what were we talking about? The lady with the folk tale. The woman in the shoe with the kids that didn't know what to do. Yeah. We had that whole conversation for about a good hour until IG was like, yeah, we're done. We're done with this. Boop. Done.
You're trying to save him. That is so sweet of you. See, that's just who you are, Ty. Just a
I have
gentle
a heart.
giant, and
I have a heart.
yeah, a heart of gold. But he don't learn easy, so you can't save him.
Why?
You can try, but you can't save him because he don't learn easy. Some people just like learning the hard way.
Oh, she's
Sometimes that's
savage.
the best way.
Oh, but remember,
It's a
it's supposed to be
hard
three
knock life
it's supposed to be
for
three the hard
us.
way.
It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of treated, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. It's a hard knock life. See, this is what I get. This is what I get right there, right there. All you need to be is slathered in red gel, and you can be the next Carrie.
Look at the anger.
Okay, Ty. I tried this the easy way. Like you said, you like things the hard way. That's okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on,
That's
pause.
okay. No, no, no,
Pause. In
no,
any way,
no,
shape, form, or
no,
fashion,
no,
I did not say
no,
that.
no. That's okay. That's okay. So
No, it's
sometimes
not.
it's better the hard way.
No, no,
No, that's
no,
it's
no, it's
better the
not.
hard
No, it's
way.
not.
It's better
No,
the hard
no,
way. We're
no.
good. We're
Before
good.
you even start,
No,
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 no. We're
no,
good. We're good. We're good.
no,
We're good.
no,
We
we're
can
not.
talk about.
No,
We
we're
can talk
not.
about dark.
No, no.
We're
I
good.
don't take
No.
anything the hard way.
Yeah.
See, you got to
No,
think
you
about the
said
double
sometimes it's
entendre.
not the hard way.
See,
You
that
can't
part,
speak for nobody else but
no,
yourself. You can't speak for nobody but yourself, and you spoke, which means you were speaking for
no,
yourself.
no,
Y-
I, no.
Yeah, mm, that's okay. I need to take a trip to Georgia anyway.
Georgia, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No peace, you'll find. Anyway, as you were saying, poetry. Ty, do you have any love poems? Because you need a little love right now. Do you have any love poems, Ty?
Perfection should be your name. Now, excuse me for being too forward, but the magnetic attraction pulled me toward you, and the first syllables to come out of my mouth is damn. How can my heart scribble Mona Lisa's by your name? And how can the morning sun wake with me, sleeping and drooling on newly born verses that silently whisper overflowing compassion about you? Now, many may wonder why my eyes stay red. Many a night I rise out the comforts of my own sleep just to capture intangible dreams as gritted concrete. And in completion of yet another masterpiece, your silhouette dances in the last smile of the evening moon. I am on that level to where your very shadow is beautiful. And in attempts to put the feelings in a rhyme, the words seem to depreciate in value and rust in the drowning pools of doubt, leaving only the true, genuine emotions to remain. And in the rising of the morning sun, I lay awake only to be haunted by the beauty of your melody. Am I to remain in this paradise of blissful misery, to mentally draw your lightness in the emptiness of space just to have you in my company, even in the imagination of my fantasy, do the powers that be ridicule me? And it's not to say that I'm hard to please, and it may seem corny, but baby, you complete me. The very taste of you has changed my heart's pace, and to say that I love you is not the case. I want you to feel the emotions as I stroke and caress each word with the very essence of my soul. Now, I know that this poem may be too bold, but I'd rather be shot with a caliber of truth than to sit in the darkness of loneliness alone. So, my dear, here's my heart's words materialized for the world to see and please. Let the rebel rhythm settle in your heart, making your soul dance through the mysteries of eternity, smiling infinitely, knowing that you will always, always, always have a piece of me.
Aw. Now Mrs. Blackwell is not going to be on his side.
I
Hmm.
got the glow. Your body knows you got the glow.
That was a beautiful piece. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to go black again.
She, Gemini was actually starting to feel warm and fuzzy there for a minute there with that poem.
No, no, that was not my warm and fuzzy. That was Mrs. Blackwell's warm and fuzzy. I realized that I'm going to have to go ahead and at least wave the gray flag, not the white one, because I don't have reconnaissance there anymore because he spouted that poem and she's blushing right now and I no longer have my agent there. Um, so yeah, we're going to leave this more for a different day.
The and any thoughts on putting out more published works, Ty?
So, because of personal issues, personal health issues, I wasn't able to produce a public work as of yet. And hopefully within the time frame of 2024 and 2025, I will actually be writing and publishing my first first book of poetry. um And yeah, because I hear throughout the community, especially here on IG, some of my followers have written books. And when I say books, I mean plural. I mean like 15 books. And I'd be like, I mean, I have a collection like the wordsmith, AJ Houston.
Yeah.
He says he has memorized well over 5,000 pieces, so you can only imagine how many he has written.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm not on that level, but I could say I'm probably about a foot underneath him when it comes to writing.
Yeah.
So it's just about gathering and collecting those pieces and putting them in some type of order to where they can be published. And
Yeah.
I know my co-pilot's out here saying that, yeah, you need to go ahead and do that. And she's a published author as well. Not only that, she's a whole doctor in these streets. Yeah, I said it, that part. So,
Nice.
Well, I can't wait to see when you do publish your work, because I think there's you got some powerful messages and quite a diverse range as well. Um, Social issues, political statements, life issues, life growth. So I think there's a variety of messages. So it'd be awesome. And as I often say to guests, this is just the first opportunity to host you on our show, but it's certainly not the last. And when you have any big events like that come up, or you publish a book and so forth, do stay in touch, and I'd love to help to feature you and showcase the book or any events, major events that you've got happening. Love to, because this show we try to about selected featured guests. We just want to make it all about them and give them opportunity to showcase everything about their work and their events and things like that. So the offer is there for reach out, and love to bring you on whenever like your book gets done, or if you've got any major events like performing in Alaska is a big thing, right? I mean, if you want to plug any of those sort of stuff that's happening, that's coming up there, I think they're uh, big things, and be nice to showcase your journey along on there. So reach out, love to have you on.
hey, not a problem. Again, I appreciate the platform. I appreciate y'all bringing me up. I appreciate being a feature. Um, Again, the shenanigans are always real when it comes to this one right here.
Yep, she's a cheeky one for sure.
I am not cheating.
Ty, so tell me, what do you think of a grown woman running from tiny little squirrels?
Ty Blackwell. Ty
A kung
Blackwell,
fu
don't forget
panda
that.
running from a tiny little furry squirrel.
Ty Blackwell, don't forget we have a kinship.
you gonna how you gonna play the kinship card when I was asked the question during my feature? That's funny. That's funny.
Don't
She's like this. Nope, nope. What we're not gonna do is answer this question right here. No, you're not. No, you're
don't
not.
forget
Okay.
we have a kinship because
don't
they may
forget.
look cute
Don't
and
forget your bet.
furry, but anything that follows you and then it has reconnaissance in the trees and then you start seeing three and four of them, all of them following, you have no food in your hand. Yeah, they ain't cute no more. Thank you very much.
That's like here in Georgia. The geese here, they're ruthless, and you can't
Yeah.
do nothing about them because they're a protected species.
Yep.
So
Ooh.
they can attack you. You can't fight back.
What? Oh. No, it'll be reflex action, buddy. Reflex action.
So with the geese and the swans, fully agree. When they've got young, man, I see them, the swans. They see the black swans on my golf course. When they got young cygnets, they just come at you with these long outstretched necks and these beaks like that, and yeah, they're protected. I agree with that. But little squirrels, I mean, I've never seen a squirrel attack a person, but other than Florida,
Really?
Tampa,
Well,
Tampa, Florida.
when they're hungry, now mind you, I don't know about the squirrels on the Panhandle, But here in Georgia, they're big enough to be cats.
Uh huh.
And
Uh huh.
yeah, so we're not feeding them. And to my knowledge, and correct me if I'm wrong, squirrels are omnivores. That means they eat anything.
Yep.
Anything.
They eat meat.
So yeah. Yeah, Little Rocky. Yeah. If
Apparently,
you
they're
hungry
partial to St.
enough, yeah,
Lucian
you
meat.
might think about me as a steak. And no.
Apparently, they
Exactly.
like St. Lucian meat.
You know what? I think I'm going to renew my passport so I can make it to Australia. I just can't wait till we get here. We got to deliver this butt whooping in person soon and very soon.
Now, see, I've heard accounts of poets, and when I say poets, I'm talking about men that are taller than Gemini Fox Poetry that actually met her, and the first thing she did was punch him in the stomach. That part. So
Who told you
no.
that? Wait, who snitched? Who
So it's true.
Okay.
And
So,
she
um,
attempted plausible deniability by remaining silent, but your silence spoke wonders.
I I only punch the ones I love.
So I can expect getting punched. Well, okay. I see how this is going.
You
I hope that
you
makes
can
you feel
expect
good,
getting
Ned.
double. You can expect getting double tap in the stomach, definitely. At least a backhand.
Oh, you said you no. See, I don't want a double hand punch. See, the way I'm set up is no. And
No, 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 no,
somebody told me
no.
a long time.
I, I did not say you're going to get double punched. I said you're going to get double tapped in the stomach. That's totally different. And I said you may get a backhand. So that's an open hand fist to the stomach. That ain't no big thing. That ain't no big thing. That's a little thing.
You see, you
Little
see
thing.
this? You see this? She chooses violence and expects us to accept it.
It is
Yes, this is
not
it.
One.
This is
violence.
it.
It's all love. It's all love.
So they're called love taps? Nah, no,
Yes,
no,
it's
no.
going to be a love tap.
So, as my larynx is shattered, it's a love tap. Okay. Good God.
Oh, that one might just be revenge. But I'll
At
eventually
least
tap
he's
you in the
honest.
stomach.
At least he's honest. Because that was
Yeah,
funny. At least he's honest.
the, the chop to the throat is going to be revenge. It's going to be retaliation for all of the chastising and just beating up with words that you've done. And like my only
Who,
recourse
me?
is to go ahead and throw hands.
Who, me?
Oh my gosh, now you're playing innocent. It doesn't look good on you. Take it off.
When did I chastise you or verbally abuse you? My goodness me. I think you got me confused with somebody else.
Oh my
Somebody needs to check in.
gosh. The innocence card is not in your deck, Rainier. Stop trying to play it.
Whoo.
Dropping bars.
Wow.
Dropping bars while driving.
Yes. Wow. Um, so, question I had, the the poet in the room, the founder of Galaxy Poet.
Ma?
So you two now work quite closely with the Galaxy Poets and in live presences as well.
Well, the poet has spoken is also the director of creativity, which basically means the responsibility of in-person events
Hmm.
are in his wheelhouse. So, for example, we had our third year anniversary in Nashville, Tennessee.
Hmm.
We've had performances in New Jersey. We've had performances in California. We've had performances in Texas, Louisiana, Florida. You
Wow.
know, all the road. all the road management, all the in-person performances that falls in his purview.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I'll have a chat to Gemini, and maybe we can down the track have both of you on together, so you can talk about.
You you're just
Gemini, do
trying
you
to
really
go
want
ahead and
that?
get
Do you really
reconnaissance.
want that?
No, he's just trying to just go ahead and he wants some backup. I'm going to tell the pool is not going to back you up, baby.
No, what
It's
on a
not going to
serious note,
happen.
Oh no, I
like
get it, but yeah, most definitely, he's more than able if his schedule allows. Yeah, he's more
mm,
than able.
yeah. I think it'll be nice since you two work so closely together on a very powerful platform, on a platform that does so much for people. I think it'll be just nice to like as you said, you have those daily check-ins, you have the mantras and the meditations. I think it'll be a good opportunity to have you both there to really promote what you do there, what you do for people, right?
Yeah,
I think it'll be a really good opportunity and showcase and make more people aware of what happens there, and yeah, promote. I'm always up for promoting when people selflessly give to others, right, to better their lives, and I'm
right.
all for it. So I'll certainly happy to have both of you on the with my troublesome co-hosts there together. We'd be happy to
Pew,
host the two
pew.
of you and promote the nice work you do. Did I hear a voice somewhere? Did I hear us cry for help somewhere?
Did you hear a cry? You know what? No, okay. Keep it coming, Rainier. Keep it coming. Poet knows that I love him. He knows. So it goes without saying. Ty knows that I love him, so it goes without saying. So you could have spoken for the both of us instead of just yourself, sir.
So I'm just saying, the
I'm
two
right
of us could.
here in my
I'm. Sh-
box.
I think it'll be. Don't you think it'll be a lovely to host both of them, Gemini?
Yeah, so you could have spoken for the both of us, or just instead of just saying you.
I was speaking for the two of us, but I didn't want to sound
Mm.
presumptuous and speak for you without.
Oh my
Anyway, look,
gosh.
we've got a guest here on show. Let's not air our dirty laundry here. Let's entertain our guest here.
None of my laundry is dirty. Speak for yourself, and that is my brother.
But we're coming up to 2 hours, so I'd love to hear a signature piece from you to close us out, and also thank you to everybody
Okay.
in the room who's been here as well. Without you, there's no show. Really appreciate your support and your comments. It really helps our featured guest to really showcase more of himself, and also brings out the best in my co-host as well. She's a savage, but she brings out her,
Oh, wow. I'm
brings out the
ecstatic
best in her as
now.
well.
See, okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you will please take note of all of the underhanded little sly comments that he throws in there. Now I am a whole savage. That's okay, baby. I have my spare. Have my spare and my grass skirt and the bone in my hair while I'm chopping you in the throat continuously.
So
Telling
you're
them if
saying
you was
you're
I
a
will
pig thief?
even wear
That's what
I
you're
will even wear
saying.
a I will even wear a bra made of calabash. I will
Oh
go
my
ahead and chop
goodness.
you in the if you don't know what a
That's
calabash is,
really
it's bigger than a coconut.
uncomfortable. I'll just let you know that whole calabash thing is not as pleasant as it seems. That's a fibrous plant you do not want nowhere near your skin. That's almost like sandpaper.
No,
That part.
no. Calabash is going to be the fruit, the calabash fruit, because what we do in St. Lucia, since that is one of our national plants, we take the fruit, we excavate it, we take everything out of there because it's not edible, and we make bowls and we make drinking goblets out of them. But that's okay. I will make a bra out of it with my grass skirt, with my spear, with my bone in my hair, and I will hit you in the throat continuously. I will be the savage that you want me to be.
Whoa.
All right,
I think
poetry. All
anyway.
right. So, in closing, again, thank y'all so very much for having me. I very much appreciate it. And for those that are in the room right now, if you're not following the Galaxy of Poets, if you're not following these two wonderful people, by all means, please do so now. Hit that downward button. Go ahead, hit that blue button, and then, of course, if you really like what you hear and if you want to hear more, go to their profile page, hit the bell, get all the notifications so when they go live, you are in the know. That part. So, again, I am Ty Black ATL. You can follow me right here on Instagram under Ty Black ATL. No spaces, no symbols of any sort, just TYBLACK ATL. And shout out to Gemini Fox Poetry when I say just me, that part. So, oh, all right.
Ladies and
So I think I
gentlemen,
plugged everything in the past 2 hours. But for more information, by all means, you're more than welcome to go ahead and follow me and check out my profile page because not only do I do poetry, I also do graphic design. So, with
okay,
that
wait a
being
minute. Wait a
said,
minute. No. You didn't tell them how we met.
okay, so before I do this poem, how we met. So, after a poetry event here on Instagram, I DM'd Miss Gemini Fox Poetry. And just asking a general question, and um, she came back kind of hard, and I apologized, and she's like, "What you apologizing for?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't mean to offend." And she was like, "Well, you didn't, but I thank you all the same." And that back and forth over the and I asked her about one of the filters that she was using, and she wouldn't give me no type of clue how to use it or where to find it. But that kept the friendship going, and over the years, it's been nothing but back and forth, laughs, tears, a lot of love, a lot of understanding, and I promise y'all, if you have a friend like Gemini Fox Poetry, you're on top of the world.
Mm.
They say the richest person doesn't have money, but has all the love in the world. And yeah, and when I'm constantly reminded when I see that face right there
Mm.
of how the poetry community has helped me out, not not only poetically, but as a person as well.
Mm.
I have grown so much since 2020, and it's all thanks to the people that are in this community, and especially the Galaxy of Poets.
Mm.
Amen. And just
You're going in and out. The Matrix got you.
Your
We
microphone is
lost you.
playing up. Oh, she's
You're
spinning.
spinning, spinning.
Yep.
I'm better
Yep.
now. Yes,
Yep.
no.
You're pixelated.
Oh man. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Burly. No, wait.
Um, to my credit, when Ty met
Restart the live.
You're breaking up.
Her guard was up, and so was the Matrix, because the Matrix is not allowing you to tell this story.
that's not nice.
Yeah.
Am I back now or no?
You might have to do what I did, but you have to use a
Okay.
step ladder to jump out and jump back in.
No, Ty, while we're waiting for Gemini to come back on, it's been a pleasure having you, brother, and really enjoyed the laughter and the shenanigans.
Thank you. It's all in part of Gemini Fox poetry.
Yeah. And while she's not here, yes, you're right. She is an awesome friend to have, and does so much, and really brings so much to the community. And she's a dear soul. She really is. I've been privileged. I think we've been doing this show for over half a year now, and really enjoying working with her.
Congrats.
Yeah, I think this is up to episode 26 or 27 or something like that. So
Y'all actually counting.
yeah, so no,
Y'all
it's
actually
really
counting. I don't
really
know
enjoying.
how many shows I've done hosting. Good grief.
Mm.
My
Yeah,
cousin
no,
in
really.
the building, I see you.
Why can't you request? You should be able to request Miss Gemini. It's the big camera button.
Wow, don't do that. Don't do that, because when she comes up here, she's going to be coming up in full force.
She's
Don't
going to
do
be an
that.
angry little ant when she comes up. An angry
You
chihuahua.
said angry little ant. Um, while we're attempting to bring up Gemini Fox, I'm gonna go ahead and do this piece before I get caught in the crossfire. That part, because I'm just a bill.
Here she comes.
I'm
Here she
just a
comes. She found the big camera button. Here she comes.
I'll wait.
Hello. Eat a fox. Smile.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, when he has his little live and he's holding his throat and sounding like Darth Vader, wanting to complain about how he got hit in the throat, I don't want to hear anything. Y'all have seen all of this abuse.
Gemini,
Okay? Anyway,
Gemini.
hi. I'm waiting for your poem. No, like I was saying, to my credit, I had a lot of nonsense come to my DMs. So when you sent me the question after the feature, I'm like, who the hell is this? I went to your profile and I'm looking, I'm like, do I know? Does he know anybody that I know? I'm like, you know what? I'm not responding.
She left
And then
me
when I
on
did respond,
on unread for days.
I'm like, when I did respond, is I asked him about the filter. I'm like, why you want to know about filter? Like, go look at the damn filter yourself. But I was like, I was just talking to myself, but not saying anything. And finally, I'm like, and finally, I don't know, like, we talked, and he's like, I don't want to, just thought your poetry was good. I'm like, okay, are you a poet? Once we got it out that you were a poet, you were good with me. Because, like, I told people, I don't do, if it's not poetry, if it's not um, poetry, it's not faith, and it's not about art or something like that, just don't jump in my DMs. So once you start talking about poetry, you're good.
It's the voice, y'all. It's the voice, because I get asked about that a lot. Like, who's Gemini? I'll be like, Matt, why don't you ask her yourself? It be the
What?
voice though. It be the voice. That part.
What did
And
I
I say it
do?
in her intros when she comes up on my show. It's the voice. Y'all hear it. It is the voice.
Stop it, you make me blush. I'm melting, I'm melting.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
you are on the panhandle. Catch this heat.
Dude, it's 79 degrees out and it's 8 p.m. and it feels like it's the middle of the doggone day.
I'm
79.
suffering. I've got a 40-degree day here, 40 degrees C, which is 105, and I've got to go outside in the heat.
Oh, you should feel at home.
I am at home, but
Wait.
I still feel bloody hot.
See, I told you he feels at home. Anyway, you got that, Ty?
Funny. All right.
Poem.
So again, y'all can follow me, Ty Black ATL. No spaces, no symbols of any sort. Just me. Shout out to Gemini Fox Poetry. And we're gonna go ahead and close this off with "This Is My Voice."
Yep.
This is my voice. And with every syllable that comes forth from my soul, may I drop words to make earthquakes tremble. For in every verb, every noun, every adjective, I want the definition of me to speak clearly so those of you who sit in these seats can absolutely feel me. This is my voice. And like thumbprints, they're not the same, just as extraordinary as my name, but mine is a signature to every piece I write. Engraved with a spiritual penmanship, some of y'all might consider unrefined, but God damn it, it's mine. And with every breath that flows from this shell, may I give a testimony with the only weapon that no man can be out of me. For my black ass was not meant to fit in a mold of conformity, rather to break every barrier that this world has set for me, because somebody said that being a black man was easy. This is my voice, and with every ounce of spirit in me, may my words boom with the symphonies of thunder. Let car alarms go off as I said, fire this microphone, for poetry was not only meant to say, I love you. I want my world to revolve around you. Please, when I die, I want brothers and sisters to carry weapons of mass verbalizations loaded with an intelligence to the highest caliber. Fuck the roses and the cheerful eulogies. When I go, I want to go into that great light happily, knowing that when people speak about me, they'll say, damn, I laid it down. This is my voice. Even in silence, you can hear my words pulsing through my mind, and when my thoughts finally appear on a piece of paper, you now have an immortal piece of me for all the world to see. Even in anger, if I do not have the words to say, I let my middle finger do the talking. And if actions speak louder than words, then let my trusty Excalibur transform into my boombox now. Set that bitch on full blast. This is my voice, my weapon of expression, that channel of both compassion and damnation, and with just a push of the wrong button, this kind-hearted brother become that bad mother, able to curse the devil out within a few rhymes, able to knock you out with a single verse so fast I could do it in reverse. Because I am a poet, a lover of this world's vocabulary, and within each sentence I hope to bring light to this world and end this travesty of unspoken misery. Period. This is my voice. And by now it's getting a little hoarse. My poem is reaching the end of its course. But before I let go of this microphone, understand that you shall not stand in the shadows of silence, but rather walk in the gloriousness of happiness when you finally decide to use your voice. For your life is not meant for you to just sit down and let time pass you by. And if you're doing it by choice, then excuse me for taking up 2 minutes of it. Because it only makes sense to me to open my mouth and let the world hear me. For this gift that God gave me is truly a wonderful blessing. And with it, I'm going to make a change by using the knowledge I gained and giving these unconscious messages life by simply using my voice.
Beautiful close.
Great piece to end with. Yeah, amazing. So Ty, when I post this on Instagram, I'll add you as a collaborator, so then you can post it on your own page if you wish, if you accept it. And I also post a YouTube and a Spotify podcast of this as well over the coming weeks. And when I do that, I'll share you the links so then you can access them as well.
Wow. Again, thank you so very much. I really need to get up. Me and Poet were actually talking about starting a podcast with me, him, and Rich.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Mercy has the Lord. I'm not coming on there. This is a trap. It's a trap. I'm not coming
Richard,
on
as
there.
in
Set up. Set up.
It's a trap.
yeah. No, so I'll share you those links once they're done. By Rich, did you mean it's Project Phase 2.0? Is that? Yeah. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
but
lovely guy too.
before that, he was Rich with No Limits. Yeah, Rich with No Limits.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. He's a lovely, lovely guy too. Yeah.
Trouble
Yeah.
The eye
personified.
roll is
Anyway.
real. The eye roll is real.
Yeah. Gemini, thank you very much for your support on the show as always, and also for introducing Ty to the show and featuring him on the show. Thank you very much for making all that happen. Thank you for all your humor, and thank you for all your conversations as well. You know, it's all in jest. You know, you're loved greatly and appreciated and respected on this community. The laugh brings plenty of stresses, so it's good to have a laugh, right? Laugh is so it's yeah. Thank you for everything, and thank you to everybody in the audience. Look at her. I have not seen her smile so much in such a long time, Ty. You've really
Because she
made.
knows what I'm
Singing.
doing right now.
He's
She
saying
knows.
something that he's not supposed to be singing on here. And the short people
I'm
of the world are
not.
going to
I'm
get you,
mouthing it.
Ty Black.
I'm not
The short people of the
singing.
world are
I'm
going to
mouthing
get
it.
you. You're going to be in the damn chocolate river and you're going to get lost because your ass is already dark. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am Gemini Fox. You can find me on Gemini Fox Poetry on Instagram or Facebook. The person that you've listened to is Ty Black ATL. I am not going to see what that popped in my head. I love him. Yes, I do. I love
Love
him.
you back.
That is my brother. That is my brother from another mother, and I am thankful and grateful that I met him. He is everything he says he is, 100, 1,000% genuine and completely transparent. I have not experienced anything different, and I'm grateful for that. And Terania, thank you so much for co-hosting with me on Something More Than Gibberish. Um, it's always laughs, but I will be hitting you in the throat when I see you.
That was a quick jab right there. That was a feint
Just a
jab.
little bit. Just a little tap. Just small.
That's all it takes for the windpipe to crack. That's all it is.
No, no, no. We don't want the one to crack. We just want the muscles to relax a little bit so you won't talk as much. That's it. Anyway,
Savage.
Rainy night in Georgia. Rainy night in Georgia. It's raining
what
all
are
over
those?
the
And what
world.
are those
Because
are
it's raining right
tears?
now.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought you were crying. Anyway, thank you for joining us, folks.
Thank you, folks. Thank you to everybody in the room. Stay safe, stay blessed. God bless you all.
peace.
Ciao.